David dipped a banknote into a cup of hot tea. The paper absorbed the tea almost instantly. He removed the note and carefully unfolded it. The once crisp, brand new bill now looked naturally worn and aged. They repeated this process, working their way through stack after stack of bills. Each one was soaked, hung on a clothesline, and finally dried thoroughly with a hairdryer. They went through all this trouble to age the money because it was all counterfeit. Compared to brand new bills, worn, used cash raises less suspicion. To test the authenticity of their counterfeits, the two men walked into a small shop. Mark handed a bill to the shopkeeper to pay, but after just one glance, the man immediately sensed something was wrong. Mark froze in panic. David realized things were about to go south. He lunged forward, yanking Mark back from the cashier's grasp. Fortunately, the brothers slipped away in the ensuing commotion. They had thought counterfeiting money would be easy, but their first batch was spotted in seconds. David stared at the failed notes and began to rethink everything. They had been wrong from the start. Indian rupees are printed on a special cotton-based paper that feels completely different from ordinary wood pulp paper. It also makes a unique, crisp sound. Add to that the color-shifting ink and the security thread embedded within. To create a convincing counterfeit, they had to solve all these problems. Moreover, every detail on the bill had to be drawn by hand because the microtext on real currency distorts when scanned, even with the best equipment. So, the only way was to hand draw the original artwork, then shrink it down, engrave it, polish it, and treat it chemically. Only then could they create a usable printing plate. But this cotton-based paper was strictly controlled by the Indian government, making it impossible for them to buy. They had to find a substitute with a similar feel. After days of searching, David finally found a clue in an advertising booklet. By laminating two specific types of paper together, they achieved a texture almost identical to real currency, with even the thickness matching. They bleached the paper, printed on both sides separately, punched holes in the top layer, inserted the security thread, and then laminated all the parts together into a perfect, multi-layered structure. With the paper problem solved, came the second major challenge, the color-shifting ink. David mixed commercially available metallic pigment with ink, creating a color shift effect, convincing enough to fool most people. They coated the bills with a clear varnish, giving them the stiff feel of genuine notes. Then, they artificially aged them once more. To test the quality of the new batch of counterfeits, they once again headed toward that corner shop.